Exactly how do you go about eliminating all wheat in the diet, like we do in my Wheat Belly programs and Undoctored programs? So if you want a fuller discussion about this, take a look at my Wheat Belly books, like Wheat Belly Total Health, Wheat Belly 10-Day Grain Detox, or my Undoctored book. But the whole cornerstone of the program doesn't end with, but starts with elimination of all things wheat. And there's a long list of reasons why. In a nutshell, when you eliminate wheat, you eliminate the gliadin-derived opioid peptides that are very powerful appetite stimulants. So once you do this, you lose your appetite. You're wonderfully freed from impulse and overeating. You eliminate phytates that bind positively charged minerals like calcium, magnesium, zinc, and iron and cause deficiencies. You eliminate wheat germagglutinin, which is a very potent gastrointestinal toxin. You eliminate the amylopectin A, a supercarbohydrate of wheat that raises blood sugar and insulin and thereby causes accumulation of visceral fat in the tummy, more so than even table sugar. So by eliminating wheat, you gain all these built-in wonderful advantages. But how exactly do you do that? We'll start by eliminating all obvious sources. You know these: pasta, cookies, cakes, rolls, bagels, breakfast cereals. But then eliminate hidden sources in processed foods. The second ingredient in Twizzlers, for instance, is wheat. Many canned soups and seasoning mixes have wheat. Many salad dressings have wheat in them. So the best policy here is to avoid those foods, of course, and choose real single ingredient foods that you know are safe. For instance, an avocado, right, has no wheat. A chicken or beef or a piece of salmon you buy at the butcher has no wheat. So go back to the simplest, real single ingredient foods. Over time, as you become more confident, you can add some other foods that you know don't have wheat in them. Because you don't want to replace a problem food, wheat, with another problem, like soft drinks and candy, right? So you replace them with real healthy foods. And don't fall into the trap of buying processed gluten-free foods. Those are horrible. They're different than wheat. They do raise blood sugar to very high levels like wheat does, and that has a whole series of consequences, including weight gain, type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, and increased potential for cancer, heart disease, and even dementia. So don't fall for the garbage processed gluten-free foods made with cornstarch, rice flour, tapioca starch, and potato flour. Those are horrible. You can have naturally gluten-free food, like that avocado. That has no gluten in it, of course, has no wheat. That's okay. That's naturally gluten-free. So don't fall into the trap of processed gluten-free foods. Now, there are other steps you should take. If your goal is magnificent health, not just, say, weight loss, there are wonderful upfront benefits of being wheat-free, and even better, grain-free, because they're related to varying degrees. But there are additional steps you want to take if your goal is wonderful overall health and maximize your chances for reversing conditions like type 2 diabetes, autoimmune diseases, heart disease, etc. And those involve such steps as vitamin D restoration, magnesium supplementation, omega-3 fatty acid supplementation, iodine and thyroid optimization, and cultivation of healthy bowel flora. And that's what all my programs are all about, those 6 basic strategies. But it all starts with wheat elimination, which by itself is very powerful. But add these other pieces and you obtain this wonderful synergistic effect.